Good morning, women of light, and happy birthday to everyone on here, because this is our first day of our second birthday. So congratulations to everyone and to us. And welcome Mandi. Mandi is our first woman for Wednesday Wisdom on our birthday anniversary, whatever you want to call it. We're just discussing whether I'm going to call it birthday or anniversary. I've been playing around with it the whole time, so I'm going to call it a birthday anniversary, actually. So how are you, Mandi?
I'm fantastic, thank you. I feel so honoured to be the first one on the 1st of September, the first day of spring as well.
Yes.
So all of those wonderful things, and it's a glorious day. So, yeah. And I think, going back to what you just said, I think in French it's bon anniversaire is happy birthday. So, yes.
Yeah. Oh, thank you for and thank you for being part. Like you've been part of our journey, and contributing and being showing up on the page or the group, and
so worth it. It's been fantastic. It's a credit to you. It's congratulations to you. It's just been wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you. Now I'm actually going to have to find I'm going to just make it so we're muted. I have to find here we are. So I'm just watching the live so that I can see, because we're on Zoom, we don't actually get to see what's going on. I've got us on live. So hello, everyone. We've got 3 people watching at the moment. So we are going to give away our first giveaway, or our first celebration gift, that just happens to be from you. So we're going to give it away today. Because you were on, we decided we may as well give it today while you're here.
Great. Fabulous.
So we're going to give it away to whoever is on live. And we're going to decide, I think you said the person that contributes the most. So comment in here and let us know that you're on and you're watching. So I can see it here on the screen on the side on my phone. So Mandi, tell us a little bit about who you are before we start getting into all of that.
Oh my goodness, how long have you got? That's a bit of a long one, that one. Okay, born and bred country girl. Lived for the first 50 years of my life in the country. We were farmers, but I also worked off farm, studied science, worked in environmental and agricultural management. Very much a man-dominated world.
Yeah.
And I worked in that area right up to the national level, where I was leading a volunteer organisation, and at the state level, a commercial organisation. So I think our topic today is leadership. So I think I had a little bit of a lot of experience there of what it is to be a leader in a predominantly man's world. So that was a part of my life there. And then following a heart attack in the early 2012, I stepped back from all of that. Took a few years to step back and sort of reevaluate my life, because I was obviously not following my heart. My heart was telling me otherwise.
Yeah.
So because I had a passion for science and human health, which is what I'd originally studied, I then went and followed on and did kinesiology and spinal flow and a couple of other modalities, because I believe that the body has an innate ability to heal itself, given the right purpose.
Absolutely, I agree.
Unloading the emotions that are there that may be blocking us from doing that. So I've been practicing as a kinesiologist and spinal flow therapist for the last couple of years.
And, can you just tell us what spinal flow is, because it's an interesting modality, and I don't think it's something that a lot of people know. So just to encourage those that are watching, comment below if you know what spinal flow is.
Comment.
Yeah, remember to comment so that you can win our first prize for the month. So do you know what spinal flow is? Like, can you tell us what is spinal flow?
It's an amazing modality, and I just sort of glossed over it there because I forget that so many people don't know about what spinal flow is. Developed by a chiropractor, Carly Axford, who sort of noticed that when she was, excuse me, when she was touching various areas on the base of the spine predominantly and on the head, that she was getting a reaction in the body, a flow through the spine. And the context of that is that we're actually increasing the energy flow through the spine. So where people have blockages in their spine, for whether it be a postural or it can be a chemical blockage, or so physical or chemical or emotional block, by actually identifying where that is, and you can often see it with posture, why we always do an assessment, and touching where that block is, not doing anything hard or physical with it, but touching it, it actually brings it to the conscious brain that there's something going on there, because we store all our old emotional blocks in our nervous system, in our spine. So that's where the blocks are. And they're often manifested, you know, somewhere. If it's in the central part of your body, it may be manifested as a gut issue. Or if it's up in the center gateway, which is your thoracic area, it may be chest issues or those sorts of things. That's how they manifest. But it's coming from that block in the nervous system. So it's just by identifying that, increasing the flow of energy and spinal fluid through the spine, we can actually clear those blocks. So it's a very gentle process.
Very interesting. Very interesting to watch. Like if you look up spinal flow, you know, major contortions of the body just from touching, you know, different parts and different points. So yes, definitely something. Yeah.
So it gets some amazing results, which is great.
We've now got 7 people on, ladies. I want you to I want you to comment in the comments and say that you're watching, so that you get the opportunity to win the prize for today. We've only got 1 comment still, and Irene, I saw someone that just messaged us to say that they couldn't get the link. So can you let them know how to watch it, please, while we're on live? So yeah, let's get back to leadership.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm passionate about it, and I think it's something that I've taken this journey when I wrote my book, Shazam. Am I allowed to say that? That's what the prize is?
Yeah. This is what the prize is.
This is what the prize is. So this is my book, Shazam, which I wrote last year, which was all the stuff that was in my head, and I had to get it out. So there's quite a bit in there about spinal flow and how it works as well. After I'd written that, and I was running online courses with Shazam, I realised that a lot of people out there are leaders. We don't realise we're leaders a lot of the time. We're all leaders. We're all influencers, and I think influencer is probably a better word for it.
We're all leading someone, right?
Yeah, or ourselves. So you know, I sort of, and that's what I want to take people on a bit of a journey through their own journey of leadership. So the first step, of course, is self-leadership. If you haven't got self-leadership right, you haven't got the next steps right. So, and then you'd probably sort of branch out into tribe leadership, and that may just be a small group of friends, or it might be your family. It could be broader than that. So I refer to it as, because it's not about people leadership, it's about tribe leadership. It's about that collective. So
absolutely, yeah.
So that's sort of taking it on the next step, and then we, of course, we develop what I believe is soul leadership. So as I mentioned before, I was very much working in a man's world, and I used to sort of think that I didn't want to be in that world like a man, because so many women, especially in the boardroom area, dress like men, act like men, and it can be very much an egotistical type leadership. So
absolutely,
from that egotistical leadership. So I sort of refer to it as soul leadership, soulful leadership. So we're leading from the soul a lot more. Sort of the third level up, where we can actually start to identify both our male and female traits and use them without feeling that one is right and one is wrong. It's better, you know, being able to match it and match other people's. And because
you need both, right? You need
duality.
We need the action of the masculine, and we need the peacefulness of the softness of the feminine, if we're going to be balanced.
And women are very much leaders in their family, especially when the man's not around, so have to, you know, with their kids and things. But then I take it to the next level, which I call, it's I connecting, or connecting with the true I, which you would probably call connecting with the super conscious.
Super conscious, yeah.
But it's about connecting how you do that.
Yeah.
Not about getting the super conscious. This is the way I sort of portray it. So
yeah,
it's sort of leading from the spirit, which is the next step up from the soul. So
yeah,
that's the journey I would love to take people through, in conscious leadership. So we can and then also about sort of identifying what sort of leadership style they have. So I've developed 4 different types of leadership style, and so
because I know that you created a course around the book, is that right? Or the book is part of the course?
Yeah. So originally my course was 12 weeks because there's 12 chapters in the book. And it took people on a journey through, and Shazam, the letters in Shazam stand for what the course is. So there's self, of course, a discovery of self and who you are and what makes you tick, and health and happiness, and then attitude, and Z for zapping the negative, and finding the zing, the energetic body, how the energetic body works. And then action, how to take action. And then it's about managing that change as well, because it's not just about writing your action plan and go do it. It's about how do I manage that change, and how do I get things to stick. And then the M is about the magic of manifesting, the magic of belonging, and the magic of the universe, the matrix. So that's where the word came from. It came from the letters, basically. So so that's what the course involves. But what I've discovered is 12 weeks is not enough time to study all of that and implement it into your life.
And integrate it, absolutely. Yeah.
So now I'm developed that into a 12-month program. So it's
awesome.
The ultimate Shazam. So every month we do one of the chapters and dig deep and really get it integrated into your life and things like that. So so I'm excited about that, and incorporating the Soulful Conscious Leadership into the course as well.
Awesome. And so we've got 8 people on here at the moment, and we still there's 14 comments. I'm not seeing them all. That's what's going on.
Oh, is Irene there? Can you follow them?
Yeah, I've clicked now. So we've got some people on here.
I'd love to hear what they're saying.
So we've got has anyone got any questions for Mandi? So when you say, what would you say a soulful leader looks like? And while I ask you that question, I'm going to ask everyone in the comments to say, do you see yourself as a leader? Is that something that you're challenged with to take on leadership, or do you see yourself as a leader? Are you working as a leader? I saw someone come on that I know is a full-on leader, and that's Ella. She's watching at the moment as well. So we've got Wanda and Ankita. I think I've said that right. Deborah, Leslie, Roseanne, lovely to have you all on here. So do you see yourself as a leader? And I'd like to ask you, Mandi, how you envision a soul leader to look. What does that look like to you?
I guess I think there's 4 different types of leadership. Well, a soul leader to me is somebody who's selfless. So it's not about me. I always used to like to think that I was leading from behind as opposed to being the person out in front. Yeah. And I love the little analogy that if you want to lead an orchestra, you have to turn your back on the crowd. Yeah. So, I love that too. Yeah. And I don't know if you've heard Neil Donald Walsh. I remember from years ago, Neil Donald Walsh used to, I assume he still says, leadership is not saying follow me. Leadership is saying I'll go first. Yeah, well, and that's right. It is about I'll go first, but it's not something you do. Leadership's not something you do. And this is a quote from Jeff Olson. Book The Slight Edge, and I loved it. Leadership's not something you do. It's something that grows organically out of the natural rhythm of learning. because he
Yes.
talks about continuous learning, and and that's always.
And that's what I think Neil was talking about, actually, is like, I'll go first, so I'll stumble if I, and stumble if so that I can support you not to stumble, like,
that's
hey,
right.
there's a pothole there, step over it.
And it's about being authentic too.
Yeah.
So I love acronyms. So I've used with my fortunately, I think there's another book in there, because when this was a download, this whole conscious leadership thing was a download for me, and it just kept coming. And the first comment I made in my little journal was, oh no, here we go again. Because I think there's another book there, but for me, soul leadership is about being selfless. It's about thinking of others. It's about understanding. Seek first to understand, and then to be understood, as good old Stephen Covey says.
Yeah. And
it's about love.
Yeah.
So the words of soul, that's where I sort of get that one from. So soul leadership. So I think, we've got so many great examples of and the leadership styles. I think there's more like there's an emotional leader and a collaborative leader, and there's a servant leader, and then there's a conscious leader. And the conscious leaders were very much like the Buddha, Gandhi, those sorts of up there with the consciousness.
Yes, yeah.
That's the way they led. They lived their life the way they led.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's it. Yeah, it's about what you be, not what you do.
Absolutely.
That's a core tenet in my whole leadership thing.
And really, like, it always stems back, doesn't it, to know thyself, that the whole process, know thyself. And because that can be thrown around without understanding the depths. I mean, as you know, that's a course in itself, and it is in many, like all courses, know thyself.
2,000 years ago.
And that's right. And so, the depths about what does it mean to know thyself, so, it's really beautiful to be able to share that through a process with, writing a book that just people can go through that process. Yeah.
And my mum wrote in once upon a time we had autograph books, and my mum wrote in my autograph book, and I must have probably about 12, I suppose, and it was a good old Shakespeare comment, but above all to thine own self be true, thou canst not then be false to any man. And it still rings so strong in my head, It's so a wonderful mentor I had as a mum.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So how are we going with our comments and things?
We've got some amazing comments in here. And so from this angle, I don't know if I can tell you who has commented the most. Actually, I have a feeling it might be. I have a feeling that it's Ankita.
Oh, lovely.
Is Ankita? Yes, I think I'm saying that correctly. Ankita, Ankita, Ankita. Ankita, are you still on here? Let me see if I can get. I am. Awesome. Yes, she's there. So I'd say that Ankita is the winner of your beautiful book.
Yay. So she'll have to pop her address in so I can post her the book.
So what I'll do is, Ankita, if you can actually send a PM to so congratulations, Ankita.
Yeah, so congratulations.
And so if you can message us with the with your details, I'll get Irene to send you a thing. I think also I will get Mandi and Ankita to become friends, because if you're going to read Mandi's book, then you want to make sure that you're in connection with the author, right? So if anything comes up,
absolutely, I would love to chat to you. Be great.
Talk directly to the author's mouth.
Fantastic.
So thank you so much, Mandi. Thank you everyone for jumping on.
Thank you both so much for inviting me. It was wonderful. I just loved the topic I love to talk about. So I'm passionate about it, as you are. So I love talking with you. So it's great.
Yeah, and it's so beautiful too. I mean, if you're a woman of light, you're a leader, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So it's so beautiful to have so many women on here that, showing the way. Let's show the way, especially at the moment. I think it's really important for us to keep our head on, strong, empowered and focused, so that we're moving towards that light. So thank you so much for being our first Wednesday Wisdom.
Wonderful.
And thank you, Ankita. Congratulations, and love to everyone else that's on. Just remember, this is going to be happening all month. So we have got prizes. We're going to have posts. We're going to have Facebook Lives. There'll be stuff being given away, most probably more than once a day, because all of the things that we've been given is not anything to do with me. So I'll be giving stuff away through the month as well. So I'll be coming on randomly.
Yeah, great.
And just sharing the love as well. So looking forward to sharing our exciting month with everyone. And thank you so much, Mandi, for jumping on.
Thank you. No, it was great. Thoroughly enjoyed the conversation.
I loved it too. Take care. See you, everyone.
Okay. Bye for now.